In the heart of Enchanted Forest, under the comforting shade of tall, whispering trees, lay a small, thistly corner where Georgie spent his days. It was a modest nook, filled with grey shadows that matched his sombre mood, a perfect sanctuary for a sloth who often pondered the deeper meanings of why and wherefore. His thoughts, as gloomy and tangled as the thistles around him, were interrupted by the cheerful arrival of Maple, a bear of very little brain but a heart as large as his appetite for honey. "Hello, Georgie," Maple greeted, his voice a balm to the sloth's ears. Even in his endless well of gloom, Georgie couldn't help but feel a flicker of happiness at the sight of his friend. "Oh, Maple," Georgie sighed, his voice as heavy as the clouds above them. "It's you? It's always nice to see you, even if my nail isn't here to share the joy." Maple, confused, tilted his head. "Your nails? But Georgie, where's it gone?" "Taken, Maple, it's been taken." "How like them," Georgie lamented, convinced of the thievery. Maple's eyes widened, and with a determination that often surprised his friends, he proclaimed, "Well then, we must find it. I shall consult Owl, for he knows something about something." With that, Maple set off towards Owl's grand abode, leaving behind a slightly less gloomy sloth who, for the first time in a long while, felt a glimmer of hope. Owl's house, a marvel in Enchanted Forest, stood tall with its imposing door knocker and elegant bell pull. The signs that adorned its entrance, courtesy of Oliver, instructed all visitors on proper etiquette, a necessary guide for the less literate inhabitants of Enchanted Forest. After a series of knocks and rings, Maple was greeted by Owl, whose wisdom was as vast as his vocabulary. Maple explained the dire situation, and Owl, puffing up his chest, embarked on a lengthy exposition on the customary procedures in such cases. However, Maple's thoughts soon drifted to visions of honey, his stomach rumbling louder than Owl's words. Ushered outside to read Oliver's notices, Maple's attention was captured by the bell pull, strikingly familiar in its appearance. The realization dawned on him with the suddenness of a falling acorn. It was Georgie's nails. With the help of Oliver, the nail was joyfully reattached to a surprised and unusually buoyant Georgie. Maple, triumphant, returned home, his mind already composing a celebratory song, marking the end of an adventure that would be recounted in the annals of Enchanted Forest for years to come. But this day was far from over. As the sun began its descent, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, Maple, Oliver, Daisy, and Georgie gathered under the sprawling branches of the wise hut, their meeting place for moments of joy, sadness, and, like today, celebration. Oliver, with his knack for words, had prepared a small speech, and as the four friends settled into the comforting embrace of Enchanted Forest, he began, "Today, we've been reminded of the strength of friendship and the power of hope. Georgie, your nails return is more than just a reunion of sloth and nail. It's a testament to the bonds that unite us. Maple, ever so humble, added, I just did what any friend would do. Besides, I couldn't have solved the mystery without Owl's wisdom or Oliver's signs. Daisy, small and timid but fierce in her loyalties, piped up, and let's not forget how brave Maple was, venturing out and putting together the clues. Georgie, usually the last to find the silver lining, felt a warmth in his heart that was as rare as it was welcome. Thank you, everyone. I suppose even in my thistly corner, there's room for a bit of sunshine, especially when brought by friends. As the celebration continued, with Maple's song echoing through Enchanted Forest and laughter filling the air, the stars began to twinkle in the twilight sky, each one a silent witness to the day's joys and the timeless magic of friendship. In Enchanted Forest, where tales of adventure, friendship, and the simple joys of life intertwined like the roots of its ancient trees, the story of the quest for Georgie's nail would be cherished, a reminder that sometimes the smallest acts of kindness could dispel the largest shadows. And as night enveloped Enchanted Forest, with our friends nestled in their respective homes, dreams of tomorrow's adventures danced in their heads. For in this enchanted place, every day promised new wonders, challenges to face, and a comforting knowledge that no moment was too small to be shared or too trivial to be celebrated. Enchanted Forest, with its tapestry of life and friendship, stood as a beacon of hope and camaraderie, reminding all who wandered its paths that they were never truly alone. The moon, now high in the sky, bathed Enchanted Forest in a gentle, silver glow, transforming the familiar landscape into a realm of mystery and wonder. Maple, whose thoughts often drifted like leaves on a stream, lay in his bed, the events of the day replaying in his mind like a cherished storybook. The adventure had started with a problem, as most adventures do, but it had ended with laughter, song, and the warmth of friendship. Meanwhile, Georgie, in his thistly corner now adorned with the moon's silver threads, felt a peace he hadn't known for a long time. The return of his nail was a small victory, but the day had bestowed upon him something far greater, the realization that beneath his gloom and solitude lay a network of hearts ready to support him. Perhaps, he pondered, the next time he asked why or wherefore, he might find the answers not in the shadows but in the light of his friend's love. Daisy, curled up in her cozy den, dreamt of adventures yet to come. Her bravery today, though small in her eyes, was a giant leap for her confidence. The wood, with all its mysteries and wonders, seemed a little less daunting and a lot more inviting. Oliver, ever the philosopher and poet, sat by his window, pen in hand, chronicling the day's events. His words flowed like the rivers of Enchanted Forest, capturing not just the tale of a nail but the essence of friendship and the beauty of mutual support. In his stories, he sought not just to entertain but to illuminate the heart of Enchanted Forest, its spirit of unity and adventure. Thus, as our friends drifted into slumber, the wood itself seemed to sigh with contentment, its canopy a protective embrace around the dreams and hopes of those who called it home. Enchanted Forest was more than just a place. It was a living story, woven from the threads of its inhabitants' lives, a story that would continue to unfold with each sunrise, forever cherished, forever wild, forever home. In the quiet that followed, Enchanted Forest seemed to hold its breath, as if in anticipation of the new day and the new stories it would bring. The first rays of dawn peeked through the leaves, painting the world in hues of gold and green, a daily miracle that never ceased to amaze its inhabitants.
Join us for a full bedtime story, Teddy's Adventure, from our enchanting playlist on our YouTube channel.